Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I am your guest host, Chris Keene. I am here with the hilarious Kurt Metzger. Say hello, Kurt.
Hello, Kurt. Whoa, why am I hearing echo now?
Oh, you hear echo? Is it all right now?
I was yelling too loud.
You too loud? You would never do that, Kurt. Come on now.
I was demanding more charges against Venezuelan President Maduro. We kidnapped the president and charged him with having an illegal machine gun.
There you go. Yeah. I am filling in for Jimmy. He's on tour. He's in Hawaii right now. He's killing it in Hawaii. Kurt was on the biggest podcast in the world this week, and he was also on Joe Rogan.
Candace Owens?
Oh, me, Kurt. You're talking to me. This is huge. All right.
Okay, sorry.
I'm bombing on the podcast. What'd you say?
I know, and I left you out there because I was leaving a snarky comment.
Oh,
on Sean Ryan.
Oh, okay. There you go.
He has mixed feelings about Venezuela.
Oh, okay.
In this hot promo.
I like
you have mixed feelings about kidnapping the president of Venezuela on a gun charge.
It's
okay. Part of me says this is hilarious.
Right. Yeah. All right. Well, I loved you. I liked you on Rogan, dude. I watched it. It was great.
Oh, my John C. Lilly outfit. Yeah,
the outfit. You look like a based furry or something. I don't know what was going on.
John C. Lilly.
Yeah, you looked great.
The guy inventor of the isolation tank.
Why did you have Karate Kid gloves? What were those about?
I had one skeletal hand because in that video he has a skeleton hand glove, and then they did check it. Young Jamie did check it.
Oh,
because I didn't have the correct kind of pleather boiler suit. I didn't have that. I had to make do what I had, but I got the diamond studs. And,
nice.
I don't think he did marry a dolphin in his life, but I brought a dolphin and tied it together.
Wait, we can marry dolphins? I gotta get on that.
Emma told me. My friend Emma was like, "You should get a dolphin for it." She was
Jesus. Right. All right, we're gonna get into some real news now. Kurt, you excited?
Yeah.
All right, let's start this again. All right, hello everyone. I'm welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Chris Keene. I'm here with the hilarious Kurt Metzger. Here we go. Good news, Kurt. Trump says the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela. What? Great news. We're not at war.
Tell me the VP sold him out without telling me. Am I right?
Man, I mean, I could have sworn we bombed the country and kidnapped their leader, but I guess we're not at war. Who knew?
What are they going to do about it? Nothing.
Yeah, that's true. People are very pissed about this. A lot of his critics are speaking out about this. Let's hear from some of them now.
We believe that the job of the United States military is not to wage endless regime change wars around the globe, senseless wars.
Just some light kidnapping.
Did you just play the wrong clip, Mike? What was that? That looked like Donald Trump. That looked like Donald Trump saying we shouldn't do regime change wars. That can't be right. What the hell is that?
It's not a war. He just said.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
You look like a fool right now.
I know. Jeez, what a dummy. Yeah, Trump bombing Venezuela. He's still funding Israel. He's funding Ukraine. People are pissed about this. Let's hear from
funding the Taliban.
Our money overseas, and we're going to let our country benefit. We're going to put America first. It's time we put America first. We've been helping countries for 50 years, and when we need help from them, they're not there.
I'm very confused. That looked like Donald Trump again. Was that Trump again, Kurt?
Are you still talking about that?
I don't understand.
Oh, you're still on that? Wow. It's like you're obsessed with Donald Trump.
It's weird. He keeps critiquing himself. I don't know what this is. Anyways, people are pissed at Trump. They're speaking out. Let's hear from the Democrats on this.
They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. I was the first president in decades who didn't start a war. We didn't start a war. Others started wars, stupid wars.
Jeez, can you believe that, libtard, folks? Jesus.
What the hell? Well, here, let me rebut. All they did was take him out, and we're not at war with them. Okay, and again, clearly his vice president, that guy's vice president, was working with us to do it because she cut some deal with the oil. You could see that's what happened.
Yeah.
The thing to buckle up for is going to Iran with this sweet oil.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Because they close off the Strait of Hormuz and all that. So now we got a nice steady, and I think he's making it easier for them to sell. They have all this oil they couldn't sell before, and he did something.
Well, I'm glad we're making it easier for other countries. That's a good time.
It's something where during the stupid pandemic oil embargo against Russia, remember how we were just buying Russia's oil anyway, and then somebody go blow Maduro to ask him for oil? Do you remember that? Trump did something to ease it. So this might be another like pageant, is my guess. I mean, not the blowing people up. That's for real. They killed those fishermen for real. That's not a pageant. But I just mean whatever the hell this is some like,
well,
like the bombing of Iran, but they still have weapons.
All right, let's see some more people criticizing Donald Trump about these regime change wars. We got some more clips here.
Wars are raging. The world is spinning out of control with Kamala in charge. President Trump won't draft your daughter.
I don't know who that pussy Trump is that's not going to draft your daughter, but
they should have him on a poster holding his hand out like he's grabbing your daughter by your pussy for the military. I want you.
Kamala sounds cool. I like her. She's bombing
Trump
places.
Just going like this with his two fingers in a poster.
There you go. The grab by the pussy poster. That I can see him marketing
your daughter.
All right. So Venezuela will not have new elections in the next 30 days, President Trump said. What a shocker. I thought this was about spreading democracy.
Why would you think that? It's about stopping drugs.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Fentanyl and cocaine and coke oil and fentanyl.
This is what Trump said in an interview with NBC News on Monday, projecting a longer-term engagement 2 days after U.S. forces captured that nation's leader, Maduro. We have to fix the country first. You can't have an election. There's no way the people could even vote, Trump said about the possibility of a vote in the next month. No, it's going to take a period of time. We have to nurse the country back to health. Is there any way we could nurse America back to health? Maybe? I don't.
Oh, wait, he was not talking about America?
Yeah, exactly. He's not talking about America.
Who was he talking about?
Venezuela, Kurt. This is
They're fine. They got rid of Maduro. Now, let's talk about this nursing us back to health.
We gotta make Venezuela great again, Kurt. Come on. This is America last.
How's Argentina doing?
That's what?
How's Argentina doing?
Yeah, they're doing well. They have our money. Oh, man. All right, here we have a tweet. Trump, we're going to run Venezuela to make sure it's run properly. Here's the country he's supposed to be running. Let's take a look at what that looks like here. Mike, you can turn the volume on this clip down. Yeah, we don't need, because there's music on it.
The devastation of Venezuela.
Yeah, here's the country
Venezuela, right?
Trump is supposed to be running. Isn't that beautiful, folks? This is right here in the good old USA.
You don't have to play ominous music.
That's a good thing we're helping Venezuela, It's a good thing we're going to run Venezuela. This is what it looks like when we run a country, apparently. We're not doing anything for this. I don't get how we're going to run other countries when we've got this right here at home. And I thought this whole thing was about America first. Take care of our own people.
This is what we've got for quite some time, and you know that. That's crazy. And by the way, you can put all the sad music you want, but if you put the Benny Hill theme behind that, I bet it would have come off a lot different.
I wish you wore the outfit again.
Deceptive editing to make it look worse.
All right. Moreover, Trump said the U.S. may subsidize an effort by oil companies to rebuild the country's energy infrastructure. Thank God we're giving somebody money. We're going to subsidize oil companies. A project, he said, could take less than 18 months. I think we can do it in less time than that, but it'll be a lot of money, he said. A tremendous amount of money will have to be spent, and the oil companies will spend it, and then they'll get reimbursed by us through the revenue. That's great.
Wait a minute. Hold on. The oil companies are getting their money back first, because don't forget, Chavez stole our American oil company's oil property.
Right. Yes, that's what this is all about.
Tim Pool yelled it at me through a video I was watching. They stole it. No. Oh, no. And then half those people you're looking at, they used to be oil barons before Venezuela stole the oil. That's what's so sad about that video, dude. Jesus. The oil barons of Kensington. these
the homeless oil barons.
Yeah, that's what happened after Venezuela. So we got to help them get their oil back to them.
So Trump also insisted the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela. In the roughly 20-minute interview, Trump identified a group of U.S. officials, including Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, and Stephen Miller, and Vice President J.D. Vance, who will help oversee America's involvement in Venezuela. Trump's discussion of his vision for Venezuela came just a couple hours after Maduro was arraigned in New York on a series of charges, including narco-terrorism conspiracy and cocaine importation conspiracy.
Wait. They're leaving out the weirdest charges.
Oh, yeah?
Machine gun, having an illegal machine gun. The charges are incredible bullshit. They're trying to just throw us like it's.
I think we should go around and bomb every country that has an illegal machine gun. I think that's what we need to do.
But is that? I don't think it's illegal in his country for the president to have a machine gun. Is it?
I don't care, Kurt. We need to get rid of these guys. Okay.
Anyways, they cut a secret deal. Long story short, obviously they cut a deal because there's still. I doubt this is going to be the end of it. Like there's not going to be a bunch of factions that are probably not that cool with this.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Yeah, I talked to so many people who were like, oh, the people are celebrating and we were in and out and it's over. It's like, do you not remember any, do you have any memory? Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria. Yeah. What were you saying?
We should land on an aircraft carrier. Mission accomplished.
Right, yeah, exactly. All right, I already read that. Maduro pleaded not guilty, saying he remains the leader of his country, even as Vice President Delcy Rodriguez was sworn in Monday as his successor. He indicated that the U.S. could launch a second military incursion into Venezuela if Rodriguez stops cooperating with the U.S., but said he does not believe that will be necessary. Oh, that's great. We have a potential second military operation. I thought we weren't at war, though, but that's weird. We're threatening the country
we're prepared to do it.
That we're not at war with.
We're totally prepared to do it.
I love threatening to bomb countries I'm not at war with. It's Trump also suggested he had initially expected to have to send in American forces again already. So we're not at war, but we're threatening to bomb them. We have bombed them. We captured their leader. And Trump's saying right here that he expected to send in American forces.
Look, we haven't been at war since World War II. That's official.
Right,
so
of course.
You should calm down. It's just a police action.
You're right, of course.
Your whole life.
Yes.
We were doing that before you were born. The idea that you're going to sit here being sarcastic about a thing we have always done. It's just offensive, frankly.
Well, Trump says we're prepared to do it. We anticipated doing it. And having campaigned on an America First platform and his desire to end wars rather than start them, Trump has seen some of his political allies question the wisdom of the U.S. entering into a long-term commitment in Venezuela. Now, why would they question that, Kurt? It's always gone so well. Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Libya.
Which political ally is questioning that? All of the political allies I see are like Lindsey Graham.
Maybe they're talking about like Marjorie. Maybe they're talking about like Marjorie Taylor Greene or something. I have no idea.
She's gone. So what allies are like?
I don't. This is NBC News, so But anyways, he said in the interview that he is confident his political base will stick with him. MAGA loves it. MAGA loves what I'm doing. MAGA loves everything I do. Trump said, MAGA is me. MAGA loves everything I do, and I love everything I do, too.
Is this a children's book?
I wish I had that confidence, man. God damn.
What, to grab MAGA by the pussy?
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Oh, that's great.
They let you.
Does MAGA love this? I don't
know what MAGA is.
I don't know what MAGA is either. I thought MAGA was anti-regime change war. I thought MAGA hated the Bushes and the Clintons and the Obamas.
Reagan. That's what I thought. I thought it came from
there's
Reagan.
That too, yeah.
And then everybody and instead of saying the word like it's the name of a dark god, I thought it just stood for, you're gonna fix shit here.
Right.
That's what I thought it was supposed to mean.
That's
and,
funny.
Much like BLM or any other stupid fucking thing like Me Too that was all garbage. Yep. Of course, so too MAGA. But I figured since it was actual real people that had problems that maybe something, and he was talking a lot of great shit in those earlier videos, as you saw.
Yes.
I thought maybe.
That's what I thought people voted for. They voted to get away from regime change wars, to invest in our country, focus on our country, not be involved. I mean, he's bombed Iran, Yemen, Syria, Venezuela. We're funding Israel, Ukraine.
I love it.
And what'd you say?
I love it.
You love it. All right. Yeah.
I love MAGA. Love Trump.
And, this is everything that the neocons have done forever. And I thought the whole point of MAGA was to get away from
I don't even know
that.
what that means. Somebody said that to me. A friend of mine said, I don't even know what that means when I said neocon. I go, what? Somebody my age pretending not to know what neocon is suddenly. Is that amazing?
That's ridiculous.
Can you imagine?
All right, here we have a video.
President Trump is now escalating his threats against countries beyond Venezuela, suggesting Sunday night that Cuba could be the next regime to fall, while also threatening the U.S. that the
regime to fall. I thought we weren't at war. Why are regimes falling if we're not at war?
I don't know why you're it's pretty shady what you're doing. You're not seeing the difference between a good old fashioned regime change and a war. I just corrected you before. The last war we had was World War II.
Right.
And then we stopped doing that whole process you're supposed to do. And so not one of these things has been a war, even if your legs fell off.
They're police actions, you're saying.
I don't think you should get benefits because there was no wars. Like I'm a real hardcore neocon.
So what should I call them, Kurt? What's the good wording?
Let's see. I think I would call it a Dunroe doctrine. What is it, Dunroe? Dunroe doctrine?
Dunroe doctrine. A million people were killed in Iraq through the Dunroe doctrine, everybody.
You got Dunroe.
Yeah, they got Dunroe in Iraq.
U.S. could take action against several other countries, even those beyond the Western Hemisphere.
Cuba looks like it's ready to fall. I don't know.
Are you considering U.S. action in Cuba?
I think it's just going to fall. I don't think we need any action. It looks like it's going down. Colombia is very sick, too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, and he's not going to be doing it very long.
So there will be an operation by the U.S.
It sounds good to me. You have to do something with Mexico. Mexico has to get their act together because they're pouring through Mexico, and we're going to have to do something. We need Greenland from a national security situation. It's so strategic.
What would the justification be for a claim to Greenland?
I don't want to talk about Greenland now. I just say this. We need Greenland from the standpoint of national security. And the European Union needs us to have it, and they know that.
There's been protesters killed in Iran. You said we were locked and loaded, ready to go. What is the line there for when the U.S. is going to get involved in this protest?
We'll take a look. We're watching it very closely. If they start killing people like they have in the past, I think they're going to get hit very hard by the internet.
They got hit real hard.
And the president told me this afternoon he's, quote, very serious about needing Greenland for national security. President
sounds good to him. So we're going into Colombia. What were all those? Colombia, Greenland, Iran.
Rubio.
There's no country that Trump doesn't want to go into and bomb and take over, apparently.
He's got to take their, Paul Singer, that's Marco Rubio's rabbi. The billionaire who's the hedge fund guy. He's like a loan shark to sovereign nations.
Yeah.
Forming another never Trumper, but he's really come around, you know. That's who that's for, Venezuela and the other thing, because I think he bought their distressed debt. So you could just find who in Marco Rubio has a connection to, and you'll be able to see who's getting their individual payouts.
Yeah.
You know, the other guy that he bailed out in Malay, that's for that other dipshit that works for Trump, right? What's his name? Something Tenet or not Tenet. Some there's like a hedge fund dickhead who's invested in all these things that he's directly helping them. Probably why Epstein shit's not coming out.
I just can't believe they went down a list of like 5 different countries and Trump's like, sounds good to me. Let's bomb.
Can't you
let's
believe
invade
it?
Them. Let's bomb them. What?
I don't know why anybody can't believe it. I tell everybody about MK Ultra.
I mean, I guess I can believe it.
How do you think it works? Not like that. It works how I said it works.
Well, it is.
Oh,
funny,
you're surprised?
Nevertheless, I have friends who I love and who are very smart, and we agree with them on a lot of things. Right. And they think this is a good thing. They're like, oh, we were in and out. We're going to take the oil. Oil prices are going to go. Or gas prices are going to go down. Apparently they have no short-term memory of every other time we've done.
You're telling me
like
that your friends are IDF bots on Twitter.
Well, that's it, folks. We're not at war with Venezuela, so
finally,
no,
promise made, promise kept.
Yeah, no worries. We're not at war. Sleep tight, America. All right, we're gonna go to a quick break. We'll be right back.
Where are you from, Karen? Gulls. What? Gulls. Okay, right here. Yep. Okay. Did you use a nickname or something? No. Is that what you guys call us? No. Oh, really? Can you just say it fast? I feel like I'm back in Scotland. You ever go to Scotland? I have no idea what those people are. Jimmy Dore, he's a fucking hacker. Not a lot. I'm trying to feed.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Chris Keene, filling in for Jimmy. He's on tour in Hawaii right now. I'm here with the hilarious Kurt Metzger. He's smoking a pipe.
No, I'm not smoking it.
He's pretending to smoke it. So the U.S. is not at war with Venezuela, as Trump has told us. We've just bombed their country and kidnapped their leader, but we're not at war, so don't worry. Some people think we are at war. But it turns out some of the reasons for doing this, the government might not have been totally honest with us about. Can you believe that, Kurt?
I can believe that when I'm hearing all this sarcasm and
that's
black pilling.
It's just so
I don't need your sarcastic black pilling.
It's unlike them. That's all I'm saying. Usually they're so honest.
My goodness. You know, you dress in black like a big black pill, and you come in here and talk sarcastic.
All right, let's hear about it.
Remember how the U.S. began selling its campaign against Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro?
Maduro uses foreign terrorist organizations like TDA,
Lady looks like she's
Sinaloa,
from
and
the
Cartel
Hunger
of the
Games.
Suns to bring deadly drugs and violence into our country.
Stop sending drugs into the United States.
They load the boats up with drugs.
The United States will impose and enforce sanctions to the maximum extent to deprive Maduro of the resources he uses to fund Cartel de los Soles.
Here's another fun fact about that claim Maduro led a drug trafficking empire called Cartel de los Soles. It's mentioned 32 times in the original grand jury indictment. Last year, both the US Treasury and State Departments designated the supposed cartel a terrorist organization, accusing Maduro of being responsible for terrorist violence throughout the Americas and trafficking drugs into the US and Europe. But have you read the US Justice Department's new indictment of Maduro? You know, the one it's using right now to justify why the US had to abduct a sitting head of state? Turns out, Cartel de los Soles doesn't exist. Rather, it says it's exactly what countless people have been saying all along, that Cartel de los Soles is not a cartel, nor even an organization. It's a slang term used in Venezuela to describe officials, usually in the military, who people believe are corrupted by drug money. Oh, and one more thing. What about democracy? US officials have leaned into the argument that Maduro had to go because he stole an election and was undemocratic. But when asked if Venezuela should now hold elections like millions of Venezuelans are hoping, US officials have said no. it's not the right time.
Well, that's great. So the cartel that Maduro is allegedly running doesn't exist. We're not having elections in Venezuela. I don't really know what's going on here.
Wait. I remember hearing that the idea that he ran a cartel, that's a new one to me. I've never heard of Cartel That's my old reggaeton band.
Right. That's what it sounds
Cartel
like.
de las Solas. I've never heard of that ever. Tren de la Raga, remember that came out of nowhere?
Yeah,
you heard
that's
about
another
MS-13.
one. Yeah.
All of a sudden, but now we got to get Tren de la Raga. You know, what the fuck is it? So all these groups sound like bullshit to me. All the drugs come from the CIA. I don't understand.
Well, this
like,
is the
I
narrative
thought everybody
they're
knew
pushing.
this already.
Yeah, this is the narrative they're pushing. Justice Department drops claim that they've dropped the claim that Venezuela's Cartel de las Solas is an actual group. The Justice Department has backed off a dubious claim about Maduro that the Trump administration promoted last year in laying the groundwork to remove him from power in Venezuela, accusing him of leading a drug cartel called Cartel of the Suns, I'm going to say, because I'm not good at pronouncing words.
Oh, I thought souls mean. I thought maybe meant feet.
That claim traces back to a 2020 grand jury indictment of Maduro drafted by the Justice Department. In July 2025, copying language from it.
That's right. The year.
Copying language from it, the Treasury Department designated Cartel of the Suns as a terrorist organization. In November, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State and Trump's national security advisor, ordered the State Department to do the same. Experts in Latin American crime and narcotics issues have said it is actually a slang term invented by the Venezuelan media in the 90s for officials who are corrupted by drug money. And on Saturday, after the administration captured Maduro, the Justice Department released a rewritten indictment that appeared to tacitly concede the point. Prosecutors still accused Maduro of participating in a drug trafficking conspiracy, but they abandoned the claim that Cartel of the Suns was an actual organization. Instead, the revised indictment states that it refers to a patronage system and a culture of corruption fueled by drug money. Where the old indictment refers 32 times to Cartel of the Suns and describes Maduro as its leader, the new one mentions it twice and says that he, like his predecessor Chavez, participated in, perpetuated, and protected this patronage system. The retreat calls
Did you
into
say patronage? That's what I call it. Patronage.
Am I screwing that up too?
How about a little patronage? You know
I like how there's So this group never existed, apparently. The retreat calls into greater question the legitimacy of the Trump administration's designation of Cartel of the Suns as a foreign terrorist organization last year. Spokespeople at the White House and the Justice, State, and Treasury Departments did not respond to requests for comments. Shocker. Still, Mr. Rubio again referred to Cartel of the Suns as an actual cartel in an interview on NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday, a day after the revised indictment was unsealed. We will continue to reserve the right to take strikes against drug boats that are bringing drugs towards the United States that are being operated by transnational criminal organizations, including Cartel of the Sun. So
Cartel de la Sol.
So he's still feeding you this lie, even after they've acknowledged that this group does not exist and that Maduro is not involved in this.
What are you going to do about it? Nothing.
So they fed this lie to get us on board to do what we've done here, which is bomb the country and take it over. And now Rubio is still telling you this even after they've acknowledged that it isn't true.
Well, I would say it's a little worse than that because no one who was on board with this besides like a couple of guys. No one was on board for this and voted for it. So all it means is it doesn't matter what you voted for or wanted.
Of course,
we're going to do this, and they are doing it.
Yes,
and this insult to your intelligence is what you're worth to the great God Maga.
It's weird. I know people that think this is great. It blows my mind. I just don't understand.
Where do they work?
Where do they work? They work for the Mossad, I think. I don't.
Yeah, they work at their dad's Sleepy's mattress. I'm trying to think of the Butabi brothers. What are?
I don't know. I just don't get. I don't get how we've been bullshitted into these wars before. We've seen the disaster that they've become, and yet I know people that think this is great and that we're going to just take oil and gas prices are going to go down, and the people of Venezuela are celebrating and everything's lovely. I don't know what fantasy land we live in here. What?
They don't care about Venezuela, number one. None of them.
Well, no one does. Yeah, of course.
They're like, I like that dictator's going because he's like a whatever in their head. And
right.
The oil thing.
Oh, that's the other thing. That's the other thing that fucking drives me nuts is, you criticize this and then people act like you think Maduro is a great guy. It's got nothing.
Well, he never kidnapped nobody's sitting president, as far as I know.
That's true. That's true.
Hey,
this whole idea that you because you don't think a regime change war is a good idea, that means you love a dictator. President? What?
Did he kidnap the president of anywhere? Maduro? That's a new one. I haven't heard yet.
Right. Of course, their leader, the leader of that cartel, is now in U.S. custody and facing U.S. justice in the Southern District of New York, and that's Nicolas Maduro. So here we have Rubio still claiming that Maduro is the leader of this cartel that everyone has now acknowledged doesn't exist. He's on mainstream media telling you that Maduro is running a cartel that doesn't exist. That and then shows like this are called misinformation. This is your mainstream media. This is your politicians. And we're called misinformation. This is Rubio telling you, hey, this guy runs a cartel. It doesn't exist. Let's go to war. And somehow.
Okay, look. They don't read. Don't do your own research. People took that to heart. Do you understand that? Right. So what they do, and I'm guessing your friends, although I don't know who your friends is, it's like they wait for it to be filtered through.
Yeah.
Like a Jon Stewart, maybe if at the high end of smart, maybe a Jon Stewart. At the low end, Jimmy Kimmel monologue. So if this didn't make it to a loser monologue of a real shitlib, they're not going to ever hear back because they don't read.
I hear you. I think people
and they pride themselves in it.
People stay in their bubble. They know where they like to get their information, and then they just stick with that. But clearly, if you're just listening to NBC and the people in our government, you're getting lies and misinformation. Now, I bet you Marco Rubio, this hasn't been banned on YouTube or any of these other platforms, when he's out here saying this stuff.
I'm sure they would ban Marco Rubio for that.
The Drug Enforcement Administration's annual National Drug Threat Assessment, which details major trafficking organizations, has never mentioned Cartel of the Suns, nor has the annual World Drug Report by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime. But the 2020 indictment, which laid out a lengthy narrative about a years-long conspiracy, portrayed Cartel of the Suns as a drug trafficking organization led by Mr. Maduro. While the experts in Latin America crime and narcotics issues praised the corrective about Cartel of the Suns, some also criticized other aspects of the revised indictment. For example, the indictment added as a defendant and a supposed co-conspirator with Maduro, the head of a Venezuelan prison gang called Tren de Aragua. That's what you were just talking about, Kurt.
Yeah.
So apparently they added him as a co-conspirator with Maduro. The connection described in the indictment is thin. It says only that the gang leader in phone calls in 2019 with someone he thought was a Venezuelan official offered escort services to protect drug shipments passing through Venezuela. Last year, Mr. Trump declared that Maduro was directing the activities of Tren de Aragua, even though the U.S. intelligence community believes the opposite is true. Jeremy McDermott, a co-founder of Insight Crime, a Latin America crime and security think tank, said the inclusion of the Tren de Aragua leader as an accused co-conspirator with Maduro in a drug trafficking conspiracy reflects President Trump's rhetoric, but was misleading. He pointed to his think tank's analysis of Tren de Aragua that says the gang has no ownership of major cocaine shipments.
What? I thought it was fentanyl. How did it become cocaine?
I don't
Nobody's
know.
explained that to me. It suddenly was cocaine. It was fentanyl. Stop killing us with fentanyl.
Yeah, I saw some tweet from JD Vance the other, I think it was him, where he was like, he acknowledged that fentanyl isn't coming from Venezuela, but he was like, but cocaine's bad too. That was his.
What
cocaine's
the fuck?
bad too, so we have to go bomb the country and to kidnap their leader. What'd you say, Kurt?
Yeah, no, I know. That's what everybody talks about, getting their Venezuelan cocaine. Like, have you ever in your life, you've lived in LA, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard anybody like, hey, this cocaine came from Venezuela? I've never heard of that in years. Okay? I've heard of Colombia, Peruvian flake.
Yeah.
I've heard all kind of shit. Never once has Venezuela come up. How could that be possible? So it was them the whole time?
So there you go, folks. You're being lied to. You're being lied to by your government, by mainstream media. They got Marco
Venezuelan.
Rubio on there telling you that a cartel exists that doesn't exist. He knows it doesn't exist. Our Justice Department has acknowledged it doesn't exist, and you're still being told that it does to justify this
Venezuelan marching powder.
This war that doesn't exist, according to Donald Trump. All right, we're going to take
the only country that I've never heard involved with cocaine ever.
Venezuela.
Bolivian marching powder. That's the only one I've ever heard of where they didn't bring up. It came from Venezuela.
Right. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Who else here didn't get their vaccine? All right, there, sir. What is your name, sir? Mark, nice to meet you. Did you have a job at the time?
No.
You didn't? So it wasn't really What's that?
Uber driver.
Oh, you were an Uber driver. Yeah, nobody was going anywhere during the lockdown. Right? What did you do for cash?
I drove doctors and nurses to the hospital.
Oh, really? And you could do that with...
And I drove people to get vaccinated.
Good for you. Vaccinated. Then you drove him to the hospital, right? Yeah. Sure. Fantastic. That's fucking...
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Chris Keene, filling in for Jimmy. He's on tour in Hawaii. I'm here with Kurt Metzger. Good news, Candace is back with the Daily Wire.
Is that good news? I hate the Daily Wire.
This is from Mel, the Village Crazy Lady on Twitter. So the Daily Wire is going to relaunch Candace's podcast, the one they still own the rights to. But in place of Candace, they're going to have a pick-me intern who will simply recap Candace's latest show and make fun of it.
Well, that ought to be good.
That's unbelievable. Oh, my God. Are things that bad over there that's what they got to resort to? I hope if I ever get fired from this show, you guys, play old clips of me and make fun of me. That'll be fun. That'll be.
They don't understand the thing of like that Candace is not the ultimate important part of this story. They still don't get that.
Right. Yeah, right. Do you understand? So Mel says, do you understand how sad and pathetic you have to be as a media company to lose your most popular host? And instead of simply reflecting on that and working to produce better content, you take the sad psycho ex-boyfriend route and just draft off her wake instead. Like, what's next? You loser's going to key her DW anniversary into the driver's side door of her car? What the F? Who does crazy stuff like this?
Israel.
Right.
Israel does.
Well, there you go.
Who does that?
That's one answer. Kurt,
they have no nuance.
Right.
They're just the most blunt, and it's amazing watching these fucking.
You know what I don't understand? Sorry, what I don't understand about this is like there's so much of this soap opera drama with this, especially on the right now. Like, don't we have real problems in America to be talking about instead of feuding with your ex-employee? Can't you talk about like the 35 million people living in poverty, a million homeless people?
Wire?
Nothing on that. Well, anyone?
Daily Wire.
They're too busy. They want to fight with their ex-employee.
They're working for Israel. Look, it's very simple. They're a cutout.
Yes.
All these things are cutouts of a billionaire who pay and who tell. Or
Kurt, this is my idealistic dream world where people actually care about this country. That's all.
You should dress for the country you want instead of the one you have. That's my advice.
All right, let's listen to Candace talk about this here. All right.
About an hour before we went live, a bunch of people were messaging me saying that the Daily Wire had brought back my old YouTube channel. They had seemingly deleted it. Apparently, they just privatized it. And they brought it back, and as you could see, they premiered an old trailer from when I was joining the Daily Wire, and this wasn't a mistake. This was not a mistake because they put a card in the front that said this was shot in 2021. So what are they doing? They also did the same thing on Instagram. My old Instagram channel, they re-released my trailer from when I was first joining them. So clearly they're trying to get attention for something. And I can tell you what that something is. I love scooping people when they're just being weird. The reason I had sort of snapped at the end of last year is that it has been a very long road, as I showed you an example of me just trying to be fired like a normal person. Just so you guys know, in a normal world, your employer, if they fire you, that should be the last you hear of them. You should not then have them follow you to events, calling people to try to get you canceled from speaking events, putting pressure on people, lawsuits. That's actually toxic. And when I said to people that it was getting to a point where I felt like I was being stalked by them, I said this like privately. I said, I genuinely feel like when you break up with someone and you have a crazy ex, that was how it felt like being fired from the Daily Wire. Except in this circumstance, the ex broke up with you, but then I guess like maybe changed their mind or just didn't want to see you move on and be happy or successful. There was an element of this that felt, and I truly am not trying to be dramatic here.
This is like revenge porn, you know? They're like using old clips of her and like mocking. This is crazy.
But
this is a news organization is using revenge porn against their employee. What'd you say?
Not a news organization. It's never been a news organization.
Well, they pretend to be.
Yeah, but I mean, why would you accept it on those terms? Of course not.
Right.
It's not. No revenge porn. Somebody's mad because you said something against Israel and then they stalk you. This is more akin to Scientology shit that they would do. Like
I don't think you've been watching porn. There's a lot of it. They're getting intricate with the plots. That's actually sorry. All right.
Oh yeah.
Felt like a crazy ex-stalker. Like if I can't have you, nobody can have you. You know, and. So to connect this point, to build this corollary for you guys, that was how I felt. That was what I was expressing to you at the end of last year, that I was done with it, right? I was like, I'm leaving Daily Wire in 2025, come hell or high water. Well, they want hell or high water because it turns out the reason they're doing this and doing it on my channel is because they are trying to hard launch a young woman named Madison Bransford. Okay. Now she's apparently an intern at the Daily Wire. And
they're
basically dropping like an iCarly type Nickelodeon feel show where she's going to make fun of me. And the show
is this show going to be on Disney Plus? Is that
is that Epcot?
It looked like Epcot, didn't it? What was that?
Titled In the No because apparently they watch every second of my show, which they've been doing for a very long time. They used to send clips and have people make fun of me when I was first getting started. And so now, because they still can't let me go, and since Ben is now on stage bringing me up and saying, we don't know, but we know, like it's giving crazy ex-stalker. They're now launching a show with this girl. I'm sure she's a lovely human being. It's basically like they tried to find someone that's similar to Brett, but it's not at all because it's not mature. And she's just going to make fun of this show. So that's what the Daily Wire has in store. I'm sorry to have scooped you on this new brilliant idea to hard launch something on my socials of somebody making fun of me. I'm sure you thought that was going to get some like huge applaud. It's weird. It makes me uncomfortable, if I'm being frank. I'd like you guys to move on. I understand now. You're never going to stop. This is just what we are. You're forever going to obsess about everything that I'm doing. I think it's a bad idea. I would kill it if I were you guys, but I see that you've already made a significant investment. And I hope it works out. I hope a person dedicated to making fun of me in the note, I hope it works out for young Maddie.
I wish anyone was as obsessed with me as the Daily Wire is obsessed with Candace. I can't even say words right now. What'd you say, Kurt?
No one in your life that's obsesses like that for you?
No, Kurt. I'm a very lonely man. Thank you for rubbing it in.
Winkies in Mulholland Drive. That's what I was thinking of. The guy that dreamt about the man behind Winkies.
All right. So here's they relaunched her old Twitter account, and they post this. And then they got like community noted here. This account is from before the termination of Candace Owens. Daily Wire is attempting to do an impersonation account and did not list this X profile as parody, which is designed to deceive people into following before a bait and switch to another user. This really is psychotic behavior.
Well, it's not. In fact, I don't know if they think that's going to work. I mean, we're not in a carpet bazaar in the Middle East because that's only an Israeli mind would come up with some stupid shit like this.
I don't know
it's
who's
so
going to
like over the top. It's so clearly from a real disease. Whoever's behind Ben Shapiro.
It definitely feels trying way too hard for sure. I don't know who's going to want to watch this, but this was the I found this interesting. This is the old video that they posted of Candace. So this previously was from
guys, are we rolling? In this age of propaganda, and the media has done a really good job of creating a caricature of Candace Owens.
So this is when she joined Daily Wire. She just said the media has done a great job of creating a caricature of Candace Owens. Now the Daily Wire makes a caricature of Candace Owens. You know, they act like she's crazy because she's asking questions. What'd you say, Kurt?
I get suppressed if I do like anything on AI funny with their voices. Anybody does.
Yeah.
Why would they be allowed to do this? That seems crazy.
Well, it's just funny. They're acting like the mainstream media that they allegedly hate. That's what they do now.
What's going to be different about Candace at the Daily Wire? The timing right now is really crucial to stand up on a platform and to say, I'm here, I'm a conservative, I'm not apologizing. I'm really committed to changing things. I have the courage to stand by my convictions and genuinely believe in the importance of challenging ideas and the importance of debate. And that's why I'm really excited to join the Daily Wire team. This show is...
So the Daily Wire seemed to be okay with challenging ideas back then, apparently. They seemed to be okay with debate back then, but now...
If she was always bad, why'd you work with her if she was always bad?
Yes. And why were you okay with those things then, but apparently not now?
Going to be uplifting, funny, political. This show is going to be all of the pieces of me.
Well, there you go. There you go, folks. That's quite a 180 there the Daily Wire has taken on Candace, but can't wait to see the new show. I'm glad Candace is back on the Daily Wire. All right, we're going to take a break now. We'll be right back. We're back, folks. Oh, my God. Welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I am your guest host, Chris Keene, filling in for Jimmy. He's on tour in Hawaii right now. I'm here with the very funny Kurt Metzger. Hey, remember the Epstein files? Remember those things? God, it's been so long, I almost forgot they existed.
I don't remember.
Oh, well.
Refresh me.
Yeah, so we'll hear about them. Let's go.
Welcome back. The Department of Justice is reviewing a mountain of documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. More than 12,000 documents have already been released, but over 2 million remain undisclosed. The Justice Department was expected to release everything.
How do you have 2 million documents about diddling? That seems excessive. 2 million documents?
On the convicted sex offender by December. That was under a law passed by most of Congress late last year. Officials now say they need more time to sort through papers, photos, videos, and audio files stored in the FBI's system.
Need more time. Only 1% of the Epstein files have been released. After all this time and all this crap, 1% of the Epstein files. Remember this? Remember phase one of the Epstein files? That feels like decades ago at this point. Phase one. There's been a new Avatar movie since this. It's
like the DC cinematic universe. It's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
The Snyder cut would.
We're gonna get GTA 6 before we get the Epstein files.
Release the Snyder cut.
God, phase one. Phase two never happened, I guess. This is what happens when they release stuff. Here's the Epstein files. Look at all that. Look at all that info we got.
That's BLM did it. That's what
happened. Yeah, exactly, yeah. BLM was on Epstein Island, apparently. Yeah, so even when they release files, this is what we get. So, the U.S. Justice Department has released less than 1% of Epstein files, filing reveals. The Department of Justice has released less than 1% of the files, a court filing has revealed, as Democrats step up criticism of the Trump administration's lawlessness for keeping records under seal. The department conceded that only 12,000 documents totaling 125,000 pages relating to the disgraced financier and trafficker Jeffrey Epstein have been published to date, despite a federal law requiring the vast majority to be released by December 19. Pam Bondi, the U.S. Attorney General, wrote a 5-page update to Paul Engelmayer, the federal New York judge overseeing the case on Monday, asserting that efforts to protect the identities of Epstein's victims were a priority and had slowed the process. They've been saying that the whole time. They're protecting the victims by never releasing these files. Seriously?
Well, better late than never, I guess, right?
Yeah, there you go. There are more than 2 million documents potentially responsive to the act that are in various phases of review, she wrote in the letter co-signed by Todd Blanche, her deputy, and Jay Clayton, U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. Democrats, however, remain determined to press the Justice Department over the Epstein documents despite other stories such as the capture by U.S. forces of Venezuela's President Maduro dominating the news cycle. What are they trying to...
Focus on the good.
Right, yeah. Maybe if there's some oil in the Epstein documents, we'd fucking get these
There
things.
was.
If they hide some oil in the files, maybe we can comb through them a little bit.
Covered in oil.
Yeah, the files are covered in oil. Then we'd have all 2 million. Mm-hmm. All right. What are they trying to hide? Chuck Schumer, the Senate minority leader, said in a post on X on Monday, accusing the Justice Department of failing to submit a required unredacted list to Congress of all government officials and politically exposed persons named or referenced in the files. It's been 17 days since the Trump DOJ first broke the law and failed to release all the Epstein files. It's been 14 days since the DOJ released anything at all, with the DOJ doing everything in its power to delay and obfuscate. The releases so far, he said, were heavily redacted and contained none of the key documents and no new information on the 10 alleged Epstein co-conspirators. Blanche insisted last week that the department was committed to transparency and protecting victims. Here we are again, where we're protecting victims by never releasing these files. That's great. At this point, if I was a victim, I would just be like, don't protect me. Just release the damn files. This is not helping me. Hundreds of people had sacrificed time over the holidays to work on the case. Oh, that's a fun way to spend Christmas. Looking at pictures of Trump blowing Clinton. It's happy holidays. It truly is an all-hands-on-deck approach, and we're asking as many lawyers as possible to commit their time to review the documents that remain, he said. Required redactions to protect victims take time, but they will not stop these materials from being released. They're determined. This has been going on for years at this point. The department said before Christmas that federal prosecutors in Manhattan and the FBI had uncovered more than 1 million more documents not included in its initial review, and that it might need a few more weeks to comply with the law. How do you accidentally stumble upon 1 million documents? Don't you think they would have... You didn't see 1 million documents that they just show? Oh, there's the 1 million documents I didn't see. I don't even understand that. Ro Khanna, a Democratic California congressman, and Thomas Massie, a Kentucky Republican, said last month they were considering filing an inherent contempt lawsuit against Bondi in an effort to speed up the release. Documents published in the first tranches of release since December 19 have offered some insight into Epstein's operation, facilitated by his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell. Epstein had a girlfriend. I can't get a girlfriend. Epstein's got a girlfriend. Jesus. Who is currently...
What did I just return to?
Just me crying again, Kurt.
Have you tried not?
I'm trying to turn this show into my dating profile. That's what I'm trying to do. So Maxwell is currently serving a 20-year sentence for child trafficking, but no major new revelations. Shocker. No revelations. Marina Lacerda, a victim of Epstein who met him when she was 14, spoke to The Guardian last month after the first batch of papers was released. She said she wanted the British former royal Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. That just sounds like a diddler name. Mountbatten Windsor.
He was a diddler. Lord Mountbatten was a diddler.
Oh, yes.
World famous diddler.
Yes. A close friend of Epstein and Maxwell to be brought to justice in the U.S. One of the papers detailed alleged efforts by Mountbatten Windsor, once known as Prince Andrew, to get Maxwell to fix him up with inappropriate friends. That's a lot. That could be a lot of people. I think of Kurt as an inappropriate
What would that
friend,
be?
So
normal age women? Adult age women?
Yeah, normal age women.
I want to do something kinky tonight.
I want to have consensual sex with an adult. That's the
real Fergie. Get her up
crazy. Inappropriate friends. Well, she sought friendly and discreet and fun girls for him. Okay. Mountbatten Windsor has denied any illegal behavior. He's a good guy.
It's not illegal when the prince does it.
That's true. That's a good point. And here we have
for the fact that these Epstein files there are millions of more documents that they're still reviewing at this point.
You know, if this were a private law firm with 5% of the resources of the DOJ, this would have been done by the deadline. And they just missed another deadline.
That's a great point. Like, wow, how is this taking so long? I feel like any professional law firm would have this taken care of. It doesn't make any sense.
Which is the report to Congress, which is supposed to list all of the politicians that are in their files. And also, they're supposed to justify all the redactions 15 days after the first 30-day window.
Justify all the redactions. The entire thing is redacted. Like Kurt said, it looks like the black square in 2020. The whole thing's redacted. How do you justify it?
But the biggest problem isn't that they're missing the deadlines, is what they're redacting. So they're citing the Privacy Act, and they're trying to pretend like that overrides a law that we just passed that says you can't withhold records to prevent embarrassment. They're also citing FOIA standards, which don't apply to our law, when they're trying to say that they don't have to release internal decisions. But our bill specifically says release internal decisions.
So what are you going to do about it?
We're looking at that.
We're looking at that. We're looking at that.
You know what? I love that guy. He's such a prick because I know they hate his guts for that.
Yeah.
He is looking at it. Because I'm like, screw all the legal shit. Like, half of the Congress are traitors that should go into wood chipper is my feeling. But you know, you're not going to have any real action like I thought Trump would do. I thought maybe Trump would be the guy to put them people in wood chippers, but he's one of those people.
Yes, 100%. And it doesn't matter what happens. These people just do whatever they want, apparently. I mean, like he said, it's been since December 19 they were supposed to release these things. They don't get released. When they get released, it's a black square. I don't know that we're ever getting these files, but yeah. Let's hold out hope that one day they figure it out. What do you think, Kurt? You think it's going to happen?
As I like to say, we may never know what country that Jeffrey Epstein was working for. Right?
And on that note, folks, we're going to take a break.
If only a forensic historian could somehow put together.
We'll be right
Jeffrey
back.
Epstein could have been.
Single guys, you've tried everything to meet women. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, nothing's working. Well, try our new dating app, Kill a CEO. It's the only surefire way to get women to like you. Our app has a list of hundreds of CEOs for you to kill. Stop wasting your time at the bar telling some woman about the Joe Rogan podcast. That's toxic. Be an ally. Get out there and kill somebody. They don't even have to be a CEO. Women love murderers of all kinds. Ted Bundy, ladies' man. Charles Manson, ladies' man. Boston Marathon bomber, you guessed it, ladies' man. So stab someone, bomb something, bang a corpse if you have to. Just don't mansplain it to us afterwards. Ugh. Don't waste another second. Download Kill a CEO today. Let's do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm your guest host, Chris Keene, filling in for Jimmy, who is on tour in Hawaii right now. I am here with Kurt Metzger. We got a happy-go-lucky story for you here. It's going to lift everyone's spirits. ICE agents fatally shoot woman in Minneapolis. Not good. You know, the show has been so fun and happy so far. It's
well, I don't know what was the story. I don't know the story to it. How do I know if I like this woman or
not? And here we go. All right. So, update. She is dead. Federal ICE agents, a.k.a. Trump's Gestapo, have just murdered a woman in Minneapolis. This was not self-defense, as DHS is claiming. She was not trying to ram anyone. She was fleeing for her life, and she was murdered. And here we have video of the incident.
ahead.
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck?
I can't tell what happened.
Dude, you did a murder for what? So it's kind of hard to see in that video. We have another video that actually shows it, but overall, I just can't even believe this is happening. None of these people should even be here. You know, this shouldn't be happening at all. This is just a crazy situation.
Masked cops?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It's goddamn HBO Watchmen? Yeah.
Exactly.
No
The fact that we're even arguing about this incident is beside the point. This is crazy. Like, this is not. I get securing the borders. I get that, and having logical immigration reform. But this is insanity. Like Kurt said, masked cops, people shooting in the street, people screaming. It's just of course, something like this is bound to happen when you have a situation like that going on. Here's a video that shows what happened much closer. So they slow it down here. Sorry, Kurt's passing gas. Trying to make murder funny. I don't know.
Oh, if they just thought they were in danger, they'll get away with it. If they just thought they were in danger.
Yeah.
These aren't professional. First of all, these aren't professional cops. Don't forget they recruited them. And why were they pulling her over? Because this was a citizen, wasn't it?
Yes, she is a citizen.
Why were they pulling her over?
You know, I don't fully understand it. I really don't.
I don't know what the law is, but why is she jetting her car away from them if she's a citizen?
Why is he standing in front of the car? Is that you would think you'd be trained to not do that, but
well, who's standing in front of the car?
The ICE officer standing in front of the car.
Ironic to slip on ice.
So,
that guy.
Yeah, the guy. But then he keeps shooting. Like, even after she pulls away, he shoots through the window.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you right now, there ain't no way there's gonna be a charge or anything for that.
I would almost guarantee that, because, like you said, he can just claim that he was fearing for his life because she's pulling away, and he thought, and just to play devil's advocate, if I was a human being in that situation and a car revved up right in front of me, maybe I would shoot too. I have no idea. I've never been in that situation. But you should be trained.
You have as much training as the guy that did that.
Right.
You have been trained.
Exactly.
As much as the ICE agents. Remember, these are people. They gave them a $50,000 signing bonus.
Yep.
The reason they have masks on is to limit the accountability of that very idiotic move.
Yes.
So, of course, with trained people, this shit happens. What do you think is going to happen with these guys?
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's not somebody in ICE who, by the way, is an illegal immigrant. I wouldn't be surprised in the situation. There's definitely IDFs and shit in it. It's a rotten fucking thing they set up. But I don't understand why she's peeling away or why there's even a.
I don't know the full backstory either of why this woman was being confronted and pulling away. I heard they were trying to claim that she was trying to attack them or something, but there's no. I've not seen any video. This is a breaking story, so we don't have all the info.
Look, right off the bat, if you do that, why is she revving her engine at all? Okay, I would never do that with a bunch, especially these Keystone cops. I would never be that stupid. So I'm not gonna. That's a moronic thing that lady did because she's a citizen. So what is she running from them for?
I don't know either.
That's stupid. And it's not going to go down. And it ain't going to cause no riots. It's not.
I hope not. I really hope not.
They could traffic kids and not tell you who did it, and it didn't cause any riots. You think this will cause it? You're all punks. And first of all, this isn't a thing I'd be out in the street for. This looks like it could go either way to me. I'm not going to call this murder. other than the people that hired Keystone Cops. I mean, if you want to say something to them.
I think the bigger point is that this shouldn't even exist. This situation shouldn't even exist. None of these people here should be involved in this. This is not helping our country. I don't know who this helps. It's just creating situations like this. But
it helps a lot of people. It's job creation.
Here we have Trump has tweeted about this. We have a tweet about it. This is lie after lie after lie from the president, a completely dishonest description of ICE shooting and killing a woman in Minneapolis. Truly disgusting. And here we have Trump. I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator, and the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Okay, she didn't run over the ICE officer. She was peeling away. She turned her wheel away from the guy.
Look,
these officers should be trained to deal with these things. They're not.
That's actually, look, you said it yourself. Why was he in front of her car? Okay.
Yeah.
They should train him not. Now, for their own safety, they should train him not to do that. But if he is in front of your car and it don't matter, he's not looking at your wheels. If you start revving the engine, he's in front of your car and he's got a gun, he's going to shoot you. So bottom line,
I would imagine you'd be trained to not shoot somebody, especially fatally, even in that situation, because your job is to take care of the public. That's the whole point of law enforcement, right? Is to take care of the public first, is it not?
Right, but not if you think they're running you over. It's not. I mean, it's not.
Sure, I just think that you should be trained to not be in that situation. First of all,
we didn't have time. There's a lot of illegals here. We got to 3,000. Did you work at Staples?
And also, is there no way
to
shoot without it being fatal? Is there no way to disarm? Get out
that's
of that
absolutely
situation?
Stupid. Very stupid. Stupid people don't know shit. Always say. I don't mean not you, but
no. I mean, I don't.
I'm
not
a
cop. I don't know. I don't know these things. I just would imagine that there's training.
No one. They don't teach you shoot the gun out of the hand if someone's threatening your life and you have the authority. Because the way it would be viewed, whether you like it or not, is you're literally going to run over the United States of America. The authority has been designated that they can pull you over. So anybody driving away or doing that, you're dumb to do it because they're allowed to shoot you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I don't know why that lady pulled away like that. I wouldn't have done it.
She's a dumb protester. I don't know why they're not protesting the Epstein thing and they're worried about everybody's been
probably because
they're
not because Epstein, it's not in your face. These ICE officers are in their neighborhood, coming to their houses, going into apartment buildings. They're raiding neighborhoods, so that's like in someone's face. So it's much easier to get
white people complaining. Dude. That wasn't their buildings. Those are professional agents. That's 100%.
Well, I'm just saying the difference between why people would be screaming or protesting about this versus Epstein. Epstein files is not in your face every day in your neighborhood.
Well, also, I think they're all in on it. Both the Democrats and the Republicans are all together on it. That's the other reason.
Sure. Yes, for sure. Anyway, I'll finish Trump's tweet here. I forget where I left off. Based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive. But really? He's trying to make it seem like this lady ran the guy over, which is not really what happened. It's hard to believe he is alive, but is now recovering in the hospital. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because the radical left is threatening. It's the radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. Well, if this ridiculous situation with masked cops raiding apartment buildings or Home Depots wasn't happening, then no one would be doing that. I mean, it's just a preposterous situation that has been created that I don't really see helping much. It's hurting more than it's helping, I feel like. They are just trying to do their job of making America safe. Man, America feels so safe as we're getting gunned down in the street. Can you feel how safe we are, folks?
Well, I wouldn't hit the gas. I put that on that list. That's kind of very stupid. It don't matter if she didn't run him over. She didn't run him over because he shot her, dude. Right. Is everybody dumb? If you know a cop, look, I'm just telling you a thing, and anybody out there knows anything about policing, if you're in front of the car at all and they gun it, they tell you to shoot. Am I wrong about that? I bet I'm not.
You're probably right.
I'm surprised that idiot had enough training, like without any training, knew to shoot when somebody revved the thing at him.
But the other part of that, though, is that he kept shooting even after she pulled away.
They tell you to shoot till they stop. So you're going to. You don't tell.
My point is he was out of danger and he kept shooting through the window when he was beside the car. So he wasn't in any danger. Now, he's a human being. Maybe his adrenaline's pumping. I don't know. But
that happened very quickly.
Yes.
I don't know anybody that would be like in that. I mean, first of all, I couldn't even tell what was happening at first. Then finally, when it slowed down, there's a guy in front of there. That's like a couple seconds. Okay. So no, you're going to go pop, pop, pop. That's exactly how it would go down. I'm not for the mass cop thing, but this ain't going to lead to no kind of BLM thing is my prediction.
Probably not. Trump finishes here. He says, we need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate. All right. So U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents fatally shot a woman in her car on Wednesday on a residential street in Minneapolis. Videos of the incident that were posted on social media show the woman being shot within seconds by an ICE agent who was standing at the front of her SUV when she began driving off after being told to exit her vehicle. The shooting occurred in front of other people on Portland Avenue who were opposing ICE activities in Minneapolis. The Star Tribune newspaper identified the dead woman as Renee Nicole Good, citing Good's mother as the source of that information. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and another top DHS official both claimed that the dead woman, who police said had been shot in the head, was engaged in an act of domestic terrorism by intentionally trying to run down the ICE agents. I mean, it was a dumb move to pull off like that, but I don't think she was trying to run down the ICE agent. She was pulling away. It was a chaotic situation.
But why would you do that at all, dude?
I agree.
Go to jail. You're a protester. Go to jail for what you believe in.
Yeah.
Let them take you to jail like MLK. You can't make sudden moves with armed cops and scream and do whatever. I'm sorry,
That's
everyone.
true.
That's on you. That stupidity is on you. Now, here's what's on the state. Hiring untrained people to make these messes in the middle of the street with masks on.
100%. The shooting came during increased tension over a surge of more than 2,000 ICE, DHS, and other federal agents to Minneapolis and St. Paul for immigration enforcement. Criticism of the city's large Somali population by Trump and the Trump administration's focus on a series of frauds against social service programs administered by Minnesota that received federal support. Tim Walz blasted DHS for saying they knew the motives of the dead woman without doing an investigation. The governor said he had issued a so-called warning order to state officials to prepare to deploy Minnesota National Guard troops. We've been warning for weeks that the Trump administration's dangerous, sensationalized operations are a threat to our public safety, that someone was going to get hurt. Just yesterday, I said exactly that, Walz said. What we're seeing is the consequences of governance designed to generate fear, headlines, and conflict. It's governing by reality TV, and today that recklessness costs someone their life. I hate that you're making me agree with Tim Walz. That's what I hate.
Well, Tim Walz is he going to jail for that fraud that the boy Mormon discovered?
I don't know. He did
No,
resign.
he's not.
Of course
Yeah, he's
not.
not.
Of course not. And I guess that's that, folks. That's a mess.
Is Tim Walz not resigning after all now because of this?
Yeah, he's coming back.
Because I heard he's not going to resign now.
Are you being serious? Or
I don't live there. I don't live in that dumb state, but it sounds. I saw that. So he's talking about not leaving. What is going on?
I have no idea, Kurt. I have no idea. This situation never should have existed in the first place. It's a total disaster. I feel bad for everyone involved, and that's that. All right, we'll be right back shortly. Back to me. Hello, everyone. We're back here at the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm just going to read some of your super chats here. I am way less attractive than Misha and Steph, so I apologize ahead of time.
You got my text.
You texted me?
I texted you, you're way less attractive than me.
Oh.
I've been texting it every second, too.
Oh, man. All right. Super chats. Here we go. Gray99 Q6W says Greenland must be a drug smuggling nation, too.
Yeah.
W Hagen 57 says, grown to love the Jimmy Dore Show. Team best always. I will take a free ticket backdoor in Dallas. All right. Rorschach 8339 says, this is it, America. If you don't step up now, you don't deserve a country. W Hagen 57 says, we love the Jimmy Dore Show team. Missed end of year 2025, kickoff 2026. Mountain Stars Studio 5289 says, thanks for waking us up. Appreciate truth speakers. NJ Prepper says, when will Kurt host a show? Kurt, when are you hosting?
It's a lot of responsibility.
Come on.
Also, I don't live near. I live in another state.
That would be
You
fun.
think I should do it with my TPUSA background?
Yeah. Dress up as the furry again from the Rogan thing.
Well, it's not a furry. If you don't know about science, I'm not. I don't have time to educate you.
All right. Mountain Star Studio 5289. Rogan hedging like Mar. Nice you educated him. I think that was for you.
Hedging on what?
I'm not sure what he was referring
Mar's not
to.
hedging. Mar's full Zyopig.
Oh. Unvaccinated guy says Chris Keene left the Jim Jones Kool-Aid party after he drank one, and to this day he dresses Kerp up as the Kool-Aid man and makes him run through walls.
It's I've never seen somebody attempt to pack
He's
so
like
much.
It sounds like the Riddler.
It sounds like a dream. It sounds like I'm dreaming. Like there's like dream logic to the joke, but not, set up in punch traditional. Is he from the great beyond?
Well, here he is again, unvaccinated guy. Adam Carolla scissored with Ben Stiller, and Chris Keene is what the Temu stock dropped off in the Harlem dumpster late one eve.
That sounds like a poem. I mean, it sounds like a poem.
Unvaccinated guy, you're like the Riddler. This is great.
The poem or more like it.
James Turner 8625. R.I.P. Dokupil. Oh, that's that CBS guy. All right. Yeah, we're actually going to talk about that later.
Oh, man. How humiliating. He got his tip of his dick snipped off, and then his wife and Keith Olbermann wore it like a kippa while they were banging him on his bed.
I'm sorry. Oh, I left out the word wiener. I messed up that one. R.I.P. Dokupil's wiener. Okay, sorry about that, James. Unvaccinated guy's back. Duck Dynasty's hidden abortion has a name, and that name is Kerp. Say his name, no fetus can beat us. Well,
I think you're going to have a rhyming line at the end that's going to make up for the poor structure of the bidding part, but that's not how it works.
All right, Turk Yurdu says, all oil is American oil, even the word oil is. Turk Yurdu says MAGA is sped up Democrats genocide. All right. Ace San says we call war conflicts now since G.W. Bush.
Yeah, it's true. Not even police action. It's a conflict. We're kind of like ice out there.
Yeah. Luke Wack says Warp Speed was a drug dealing operation ? I can see that. Moldfinger says oil company that put a bid in for Venezuela Citgo Oil is Blue Water Acquisition Group. Trump Media and Trump Tech is parent corp. $10 billion bid rejected in December by Maduro. Spread it, please. Well, there it is. Scam Bankster.
Sounds like they're accepting it now.
Scam Bankster Fraud says Trendy Al's Agua sounds like bottled water. That's my dumbass being unable to pronounce that probably.
Agua.
Yeah. Trendy Al's Agua. That would be good. Someone should make that. That's great. Scam Bankster, you should make that. That's good. Sean Hargis says Venezuela is a drug port genius. That's right. Unvaccinated guy, Kurt, granny panty skid mark stain has been there so long that everything around it has rotted off, leaving a skid mark thong he calls corn poo. I think it's my delivery that's ruining this. I think he probably has a good rhythm to his
You
speech.
think that?
Yeah, it's gotta be
You're
that.
trying to milk him like a whale for more super chats.
Finbar White says, "Hey everyone, Kurt, what are your thoughts on the Israel judge that passed away on a certain case?" Did you?
I just saw that. I'm waiting
Yeah.
to find out because some wackadoodle fan of my crazy show said that the Bible code says they're going to slime Netanyahu on some date coming up, and I don't believe that the Bible has a secret code that says that, if I'm being honest with you. But that judge is one of his appointees, isn't it?
I don't
Because like in Germany, half of their one party just died suddenly of natural causes.
Yes.
At young ages.
Yeah.
Because everyone's moving on from it. But are they getting ready to fucking eliminate Netanyahu? I don't know.
No either. Unvaccinated guy says, ask not if Diddy is going to diddle you, but ask if you is going to diddle Diddy. That one's a thinker. Brad Gilbert says, SDNY, court that kept Epstein files gets Maduro?
Yeah, it's important. Somebody made a funny Suicide Squad of all the people they keep in that prison. It's like Luigi Mangione and
oh, that's funny. Someone made a picture.
Maduro, and they send him on missions. Yeah.
P. Walker says it's too bad we're not seeing a Daniel Ellsberg when it comes to the Epstein files. P. Walker says Ghislaine only married Epstein because neither can be forced to testify against the other as spouses. Brad Gilbert says AI lawyer uses Chris's vid as evidence versus Luigi.
Yeah, I was gonna profile your eyebrows earlier.
Oh,
but I feel like I'm in the same boat, so I didn't want to bring attention to eyebrows.
Oh my God, you should see my pubes, Kurt. Unvaccinated guy. That was for you, Mike. Unvaccinated guy. Kurt has been method acting as Winchester III for MASH 47/7 ever since it went off air. He is also known for his role as Captain Spaulding.
So this guy is in his 50s, is what we learned from that.
So me dude says they mask up right when the shots go off. Watch the guys on the left pulling them up. She was initially trying to blockade the ICE vehicles. Okay. Brad Gilbert says Chump became fake news when he faked Butler bullet. D Money.
Did he? A guy died from a real bullet.
Yeah.
It's just like, if you're gonna fake it, why kill the guy in the crowd? I don't know. Also, he didn't have good security, so it looked like he just turned his head the last second, is what it looked like to me.
D Money says Kerp isn't defending cops. We all know cops pretend cars are deadly weapons and shoot in those situations. It's not right, but it is what happens.
Yo, I've never gunned my fucking gas pedal with any cop. Now, if, let's say you thought it was not a really, I've heard of that where people think it's not a cop.
Yeah.
They think it's a fake cop, and okay, then I get it, because I'd be terrifying. That's the only chance. But I don't know. This is like real weird. This seems like so set up to happen on purpose to me, with using chumps as crash dummies.
Yeah. Nocturnal Human says Trump promised he was going to give everyone $2,000 in 2026. What happened with that?
$2,000.
Trump, if you're watching, please let us know.
More in electrical bills. You didn't let him finish. Let him finish.
Seamus Warren says, did masked ICE just shoot someone in the face or head? ? That is what happened. Yes, that is unfortunately what happened. Jareder says, Kurt, how did the police boots taste, Kurt? That's what.
I don't know. I've never. I'm respectful when I'm pulled over. I don't cause any problems, so I won't be shot in my face.
You're not a bootlicker, Kurt. Come on.
Of the police? I mean, boy, if I could make friends with some cops that would just watch my back, that'd be cool. That's what you got to do nowadays. You know, they defunded the police. Genius move that was right here in Austin. So now there's no competent all the police that are they're all at fucking mothership. There's nobody around where I'm living. I got to move out to another neighborhood.
All right.
There's me in the soup kitchen and a hobo fight every other day.
That's all the super chats, everybody. We are actually going to go to Rumble now, so go over to Rumble, and we'll see you there.
That was a super.